Well, first of all, what kind of mythical powers does a Sun Devil have? We got to consider that.
Y'all don't remember the Georgia Southern game, do you?
You know, I hope there's Bigfoot. I don't think there is.
Like rat poison. All right, so
It's Division One football. It ain't murals.
All right, and welcome back to the Hoppy Huddle podcast. My name's Jake. That's Ed. And today we have got Week 11 previews. Can you believe it's Week 11 already?
I can because we've had half the coaches fired.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. We're still, the open jobs in the coaching carousel now include LSU, Auburn, Florida, Penn State, and
You can't name them all.
I can't even name them all. There's too many. There's Arkansas. There's so many. You don't even know. You can't even go through them all, but this will be an insane off-season / winter break when all the coaching hires get made. And but in the meantime, we have got some football happening this weekend. And I don't want to be the one to say it, but I feel like we got to, is that it feels like a sleepy weekend. It feels like a sleepy weekend.
Yeah, it's kind of an underwhelming slate of games, honestly.
But every time we've said that, something crazy has happened, right? Especially this year. This has been an especially crazy year on sleepy weekends. Sometimes you just get the weekend to expect.
You think Indiana's going to lose to Penn State? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know about that. We'll find out. I definitely have a bet on that game, and then we'll see what it is in a little bit. But I think there's some teams out there could lose. I don't know, Georgia maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it'll be an interesting week. I do think it does feel. Yeah, Virginia better be on upset watch. Reed, where you at, buddy? I don't see you in the chat. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Who's going to need you this weekend?
But
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's not a lot of marquee matchups this weekend. When Iowa Oregon is one of your top matchups, and I'm sorry, Texas Tech and BYU just doesn't move the needle. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
You know what? I think it's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. You tell me that doesn't move the needle? I think it does.
It doesn't have the cachet. It doesn't have a lot of. It'll be interesting.
I think it does. Those are good teams this year, especially this year.
A sicko like us watch it, but generally it's not going to move the needle as much.
Isn't that the big noon game?
That is the big no. Yeah, that's the that's big noon.
Yeah. No, a lot of people are going to be watching it because it's the big noon
game day's there too.
Yeah, game day's there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we don't have any updates on any coaching searches. Jimmy Sexton's out wielding his magic, black voodoo magic behind the scenes.
Yeah, I tried to call him, but he didn't pick up. I don't know why. I'll have to get back to you when he answers my call. Yeah.
So,
anyway.
You can't believe everything you read on X, so just ignore it. Virginia Tech seems to think they're getting James Franklin every other minute.
I mean, that's not crazy. They don't have a ton of money, so it would make sense. I think Franklin probably only says yes to them if other teams say no.
Yeah, and there's still other jobs that may open up.
Yeah. Anyway, where do you want to start this week?
I don't know.
I think we got to start with the Friday games. We do have Thursday games. We do have Thursday game. We have Wednesday games actually. We have some action Wednesday night action.
You don't have YouTube TV.
That's why you got to sail the high seas, folks. Fight the system. I'm not advocating for committing any crimes. I would never. I do think on Friday night we've got a really interesting matchup between Houston and UCF. Sneaky, it's our old American rivalry for those two teams. Houston's only a 1-point favorite in this game.
I don't understand that line.
I don't understand this line at all. I know UCF's play a little better this year as the year's gone on, but I'm absolutely taking Houston minus the 1.5. Connor Wegman is been serviceable for them. They've looked great against, pretty much everybody they've played except who did they play last week? They got lost. But I think Houston's one of the top, the second tier in the Big 12, I think, behind Texas Tech and BYU. So Yeah, give me Houston minus the 1. I don't understand this line at all. I'm betting it, and that's
Yeah,
what
I
I
mean,
got.
Houston was upset by West Virginia last week. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that was,
that's right. That's right. I forgot. I knew they lost to somebody, but
yeah, that was kind of fluky. But I mean, again, Houston had been playing with fire. You know, offensively, they haven't really been great. So it's not surprising they lost.
I just trust Willie Fritz. Like he's a good coach. They'll bounce back. It's not. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
asking me to. They lost. UCF lost 30-3 to bad Baylor team or a mid Baylor team,
Yeah,
and
UCF had no life.
UCF's they're not a functioning football team right now. So I Houston still got a lot to play for. So give me the Cougars.
So while we're talking about Houston, I'm glad you brought them up. Is Willie Fritz secretly kind of a candidate for any of these bigger jobs?
There's a little smoke around Willie Fritz to Baylor. Nothing.
If Baylor
If
fired
Baylor
him,
opens, yeah. Right now, obviously, Dave Aranda is still the head coach of Baylor, but Willie Fritz does have the kind of connections in that area. So if Baylor were to open, Willie Fritz would be one of the top candidates.
because I mean, I know Houston's in the Big 12, but they've got to be a lower tier Big 12 job.
Well, they're better resource. They don't have the fan support that a lot of these programs have, but they have a couple rich boosters, which is why they were able to, get that 5-star
And
number 1 overall quarterback coming in next year.
yes,
Right.
that's the only thing that I would say keeps him there. But they just, I mean, I think he's done a remarkable job. If he beats USF, he's got 2 games left, TCU and Baylor. Yeah, and who knows what happens? All of a sudden, you could be 10-2. You're not sniffing the playoff for some reason, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wonder. On second year, that's a pretty good coaching job.
It'll be, I think, dependent on how much buy-in he gets from those boosters, because Houston does have some wealthy donors, wealthy alumni. They don't have the grounds fan support that some of the other Big 12 programs, like Cincinnati, will always get better attendance than Houston at a football game, right?
Yeah,
but Houston's gonna have much more money and more resources to get and location to get good players more than Cincinnati will. So
yeah, I just wonder. I just he does a good job there, and all of a sudden, I just wonder if other doors might open.
I don't think he would jump up to one of those top tier jobs, would be my guess, unless a lot of candidates fall through.
I'm just wondering, like Arkansas.
Yeah, but if you're Willie Fritz, do you want to win 10 games a year at Houston or win 4 games a year at Arkansas?
Do you think he can win? Well, yeah, I don't know.
Arkansas does not. They are below Kentucky in football spending. They internally, they have allocated all of their television money to basketball and baseball. Arkansas should be considered on the Mississippi State level of expected SEC football performance, unless they change their spending.
Yeah, maybe so. What about Oklahoma State?
Oh, he not even a supposed candidate. He is a candidate for the Oklahoma State job.
Yeah. I just wonder. So anyway, I not that we're trying to start rumors and nobody watches us anyway, but I just figure
he's a good coach too. I think he'll succeed wherever he goes. But given the resources. But
okay, all right.
Yeah, all right. We also have Tulane Memphis, a huge game in the American. I kind of like Memphis in this one. I know Tulane's been really good, and Jake Retzlaff's been excellent. But I kind of trust Silverfield the way they've been playing. They beat USF. Memphis maybe they're probably jockeying for that Group of 5 playoff spot, and I think they win here, even though they're favored by 3. So I would say I think they win would be my guess.
Yeah, if Memphis loses this, that Group of 5 slot's going to go wide open, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So anywho,
USC plays Northwestern on a Friday night.
Yes, they do.
I don't think Northwestern's a plucky little team this year, but I think USC proved last week that they can actually win games defensively. I would expect that game. Let me pull up my numbers here.
The line is 13.5.
Yeah, and I've got it at 14.5 at one book.
I'm betting it 13.5. Give me under 14. They win by 2 touchdowns. That's one of my bets. I'm going in on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the line. I will say though, I don't think this will be because this is at USC. Although a Friday night crowd in LA is not going to be great, I do expect USC to win this one pretty handily. USC's one of the top offenses in the country. That
Yeah, you
doesn't
told me
really.
they don't win by 2 touchdowns over Northwestern.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know what? I'm going to add that to one of my picks. I'm going to take. I'm going to get, and I got 14.5 in my book.
Oh,
I'm
you
going to
got
take
14
USC.
and a half? Okay, that is a bigger reach, but
I'm going to take USC minus 14.5.
okay.
I just don't see this matchup going very well for Northwestern on a Friday night.
Yeah, they got to travel all the way out there.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. USC, I mean, now they got that game behind them with Nebraska. They got their eyes all set on that game with Oregon in a few weeks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
that's the one.
That's the one. That's one where they can really put a dent in. I mean, they get Northwestern, they get Iowa. Now the Iowa matchup is going to get real interesting because Iowa all of a sudden you saw
Is that in Iowa?
No, it's in Cali.
Okay.
So,
I was like, if that was in Kinnick, good luck.
Yeah, that would be disaster. But all of a sudden, Iowa was number 20 in the playoff rankings.
Are we? Do we have to talk about it?
Rankings?
Do we need to talk about the playoff rankings for a sec?
What do you want to know? I mean, it's just SEC propaganda.
They're incredibly stupid. They're wrong on so many levels. Now, I will say, I think they got, in my opinion, the top 4 correct.
Sure. I don't think the top 8 I don't think the top 9 were really bad.
Yeah, you could kind of flip the 6 through 9 in a different order if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, do I think Georgia's that great? No, but I don't think who are you
they're
putting
7-1 though, like so.
They're 7-1. Like, I mean, are you really gonna? Should they be 9 and Oregon be? I don't know.
I do kind of have an issue of 7-2 Texas at 11, and 6-2 Notre Dame at 10. Both of those teams have not played to the level to be top 15 teams, in my opinion.
No.
I think Louisville, I think Virginia, I think Utah, I think Oklahoma, I think Georgia Tech and Miami, and USC beat Notre Dame, right?
No, Notre Dame.
No, they lost. Okay, there's like 6 teams right there in the high teens that I think should be over Texas and Notre Dame. And
I hear all these arguments on Texas. Well, they're a 2-loss team and they beat Vandy and everything. We just seem to forget that they got beat pretty easily by a bad Florida team.
Yeah,
that just seems to get. I mean,
swept under the rug.
Forget about that. Just forget about it.
And Utah, who's humming right now, also 2 losses. They look like a much better team than Texas. You're telling me that if you watch Texas and Utah, that Utah is not the better team?
Yeah, Texas was a team that was down to its last draw against, what was it, Kentucky? Should have lost that game. Or
almost lost to Mississippi State.
Yeah, I mean, we 2 weeks ago, we were all killing Texas for how bad they were. They were lucky to win 2 games. They just happened to beat Vandy, although they gave up a big lead on Vandy. Now all of a sudden they're ranked 11th. You got to be kidding me.
And what the heck is Tennessee doing at 25? Get that out of here, bro. 6-3.
Tennessee hasn't beaten a team with a winning record this year. They're terrible. They're the opinion. This is why this thing, it's just rigged. It's rigged.
Now look, Pitt at 24, I'm okay with. I like that. That's good. I think Pitt at 24 is justified. Washington, Mizzou, Michigan. Mizzou is always at 22, so I figure that they just pencil Mizzou in at 22 basically every year.
That's just to justify the SEC rankings.
No, the Mizzou at 22 is the perennial spot. I think most of this I don't have a problem with. It just Texas and Notre Dame are way too high. And
I don't know how you can have Notre Dame. I mean, I don't really care about Notre Dame being that high, but I don't understand the gap
Memphis
between Notre Dame and Miami.
Ranked, dude. Why is Memphis not ranked?
I don't know.
Their one loss is to top 6 Ole Miss, right?
It's the new metrics they're using.
Or no, that's Tulane. That's Tulane. No, but
you start the season with all these SEC teams ranked. You give that skews the strength of schedule rankings, and then all of a sudden these teams stay ranked because they stay higher up in the polls when they play, and that gives you the metric you need. SEC got what they wanted.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. That's why you gave me a hard time about the guaranteed slots, and I'm telling you, the ACC and Big 12 would be better off with the guaranteed slots because we wouldn't be dealing with this crap. At least the ACC.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not ready.
At least they would get their 2 slots, and we wouldn't have all this belly.
It's an unequal 2 slots though. Like SEC would get 4.
So what? They're going to get 4 anyway.
The Big 12 might get 2 in this year. That could happen.
Might. At least then we wouldn't worry about. Let the Big 12 figure it out.
Also,
Let the Big
Miami
12
beat Notre Dame. Why are they behind them?
It ain't going to matter.
They're both 6-2. They're both 6-2. Miami beat Notre Dame. Why is Miami behind Notre Dame? Explain that one to me.
Because one's ACC and one's a big brand.
But it's not like Miami doesn't have talent. Miami's more talented than Notre Dame. Even if you take in those talent, the recruiting, all the stuff that they have, the conferences like to use.
That ACC stigma does not.
Notre Dame's basically an ACC team.
But they're not. They're Notre Dame. I know, Jake. I mean, we can sit here and spend this
Miami.
entire
It's
hour.
not a small brand.
We could argue for an hour. You know the answers to this. That's why we didn't even. I will not get upset about SEC propaganda rankings. I will not get upset about SEC propaganda rankings.
Right.
I will not. Bart Simpson writing on that.
I will not get upset. I promise I will not get upset.
So,
yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Why?
Fair.
When everyone in the SEC is a quality win or loss, that's what we're left with. You're absolutely right. That is the exact.
Yeah.
Tennessee has nothing. Tennessee's losses are quality losses. What? They're all losses.
You lost the
game. They haven't beat anybody with a winning record. I mean, but if Miami does that, we crucify Miami.
And SMU's not a bad team to lose to anyway. Like,
no, but it's just, again, I just, it irritates. This is the one thing that takes away from the joy in the sport for me. But whatever. Let's go on. Let's talk about the games, on-field stuff.
All right. Okay. On-field stuff. Where were we? Sorry for the rant.
Well, we got to get to Saturday. All right, Indiana's at Penn State. Please explain to me why this line's at 14.5. I know this is at Penn State, but Indiana's been destroying people.
It's free money. Free money. Give me Indiana to cover.
Penn State's playing on the backup. Indiana has the best offense in the country. They're scoring 46 points a game. They're running and passing the ball. This is free money, folks. If you don't get your snap benefits this week,
is a killer, dude. He is a psycho killer straight out of a Halloween movie. He doesn't stop. He's relentless. Fernando Mendoza is in any other year would win the Heisman, but Ohio State exists. They're good on the lines of scrimmage. Their defense is really solid too. That's the underrated part about Tennessee not Indiana, is their defense. They are blocking people. They are getting pressure on quarterbacks. Their secondary is good.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the real problem with the rankings yesterday? Indiana should have been the number 1 team.
Okay, I actually understand ranking Ohio State 1. It's because they're so close. They're both undefeated. Eye test Ohio State. They just look unstoppable, right? If you want to go resume, sure. I do understand the argument for look, they're 1 and 2. We're splitting hairs here. I understand the argument for Ohio State being 1. They've got the 2 best players in college football, Downs and Smith. So I get it.
Well, this is a juggernaut offensively and defensively. They are going to steamroll the backup quarterback at Penn State. This should not be close. I feel sorry for whoever's got this game.
He's not going to have time against that Indiana front to throw.
No. I mean, Penn State's got one of the worst passing offenses in the country. They barely can run the ball. Were able to run it a little bit better last week, but not enough. Not enough on both sides of the ball. This is going to be an ugly game.
Yeah. And so give me Indiana minus 14.5. I might outline this too, honestly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch that as it gets closer to game day. If I might take like minus 17 or minus 20 at some point. All right. You got any other thoughts on that game or?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good there.
Oregon, Iowa, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on CBS.
Ooh. Okay. So let's figure out. This is Iowa City, right? I always get the 2 Iowas mixed up. I'm sorry, I'm not from there. This is in Iowa City, right?
It's in Iowa, yes.
No, because Ames is
yes, it's in Iowa City. Yeah.
Okay, I want to read you the weather report for Saturday.
It's cold and windy, right? Or rain?
High of 47, 86% chance of rain.
Ooh.
That tells me this is going to be a problem for Oregon.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Iowa can win this game, But I'm starting to get bad vibes about this.
I agree. The vibes are very bad. Cloudy skies. If you saw Oregon and Wisconsin against horrible weather, they also struggled in that game, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what was it, like 10-3 or something?
Yeah.
Or 14-3? I can't remember
Something like that,
exactly,
yeah.
but something like that. So Oregon has struggled in tough weather this year. And were the line a little bit higher, I would be taking Iowa for sure. The line's 6. The line is 6. You're saying Oregon won't win by a touchdown? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm taking Oregon. I trust they've had a bye week, right? I trust Will Stein. Dante Moore has, they've struggled a little more in the passing game the last couple of weeks, but I still think that Dante Moore is that guy at quarterback. I think Oregon's bigger. I think Oregon will struggle to get pressure and contain Gronowski. He's gotten a little better as the season's gone on, and Iowa does have a really solid O-line. However, I just don't think Iowa can score enough. Like if Oregon scores 21 or 20, right? Can Iowa score 14?
No, and that's why one of the locks of the week is take the under 40.5 in the Iowa Oregon
I'm
game.
I'm not picking the under because I don't want any part of this, but I got Oregon. Give me Oregon -6. That's kind of where I'm at. What do you think?
Yeah, I still, man, this feels like it. This is just poor.
This
I
is the
wish I knew-
trappiest of all trap games.
This is a terrible game for Oregon because I could see this going really ugly. This could be like a 17-12 kind of ball game. I mean, this could be
Oh
ugly.
yeah. No, I mean it could. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon offensively gives me I mean, they're inept passing wise. 132nd out of 136 Division 1A teams.
Yes.
Rushing, they
but-
can run the ball. They can run the ball and they play great defense.
Oh, you mean Iowa?
Iowa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, Oregon's good passing.
No, Iowa's offense is so dreadful. You're right. I just don't know if they can score 10 points, 13 points.
Right. If Oregon scores 17, can Iowa score 10? Can Iowa score 12 to make it a 6? Like if Oregon scores 17, Iowa scores 10, they cover.
I mean, you look at the teams that Iowa scored against. I mean, they scored 15 against Indiana, which is a really good defensive team. I mean, other than that, they scored 41 against Minnesota. Not a great team.
That doesn't
25 against Penn State. I mean, so I think if you're just looking at this, at best, Iowa's going to score 10 to 17 points. Can Oregon score more than that? Probably.
Yeah.
I think the only way Iowa wins is if they get a special teams or defensive touchdown. That to me is the recipe for success for Iowa. Oregon has to turn the ball over in a slop fest. If that doesn't happen, Oregon wins this game. Close.
Yeah.
Though. I don't like the 6.5. I'm not sure. I think it could be closer than that. I do like the under 40.5. That is my lock.
I do think there's some chance, like, to look out for this game. Watch what happens on the opening drive, because if Oregon doesn't score on the opening scripted drive, right, they may be in like a dogfight, because you got that scripted drive. That's when the offense is going to be at its best, right? And if you get off that and they don't score on that opening drive, they don't get something, like, put this up to your main screen, because it may be upset city.
Yeah, this is one where Iowa's got to keep themselves in the game early on.
Yeah.
Keep hey, Reed's in. We haven't gotten UVA Wake yet. Good job. We'll talk it later.
What
Reed.
up, huddlers?
Yeah, Oregon gets off to a fast start. This game's over. They keep this game on the ground. Iowa's one of the slowest paced teams in the country.
Shocker.
They keep that pace slow. They keep them in the game. There's your chance. I will definitely be watching this game. I like messy games like this. This is
a Big Ten game for sure.
Yeah, this is a Big Ten game. This is a 3:30 game, so that'll be fun. So,
all right. What else do we want to look at?
We kind of skipped over one of the other 3:30 games. Texas A&M at Missouri.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, I think.
Do you think?
Yes.
I don't.
I think it'll be a good game. And let me tell you why. because
please explain how
Missouri is the best defensive front Texas A&M has faced all season.
Huh?
It
They
is.
played Miami.
Well, okay.
I think retract that.
Second best. Missouri is a very good defensive front.
Didn't Texas A&M play Notre Dame?
Missouri's
Missouri.
D.
Okay, Missouri.
Missouri's D is better than Notre Dame's D for sure. Missouri's defensive front.
Didn't Texas A&M play Florida?
Yes, Missouri's defensive front is better than Florida's.
You're smoking crack.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look at the stats.
I'll look up some stats. You keep talking.
All right. Missouri's got a great run defense. Texas A&M has the great running backs and the great O-line. I'm excited to see that matchup, okay? I want to see Texas A&M, they're later in the season. They're humming on all cylinders. Marcel Reed's fantastic. He makes the big plays off the play action. I want to see them go up against a really tough run defense like Missouri, okay? I don't have as much confidence in Missouri's offense against Texas A&M's defense. That's where I think the biggest mismatch is, because Pribula is out, right?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah. He's out. Yeah.
So I kind of think the way Missouri keeps it close is keeping it low scoring. Missouri scored a lot earlier in the year with Pribula. I don't think that's the formula to win against Texas A&M. You got to drag them down into the mud. Maybe you get some red zone luck with A&M not being able to cash in the red zone. If you can contract those big plays that Marcel Reed likes to throw, he's not as good. Reed is not as good across the center of the field in the short yardage throws as he is with the schemed up, open big throws, right? He can hit those deep balls, he can hit those explosives pretty consistently, but you get third and goal from the 8, third and goal from the 6, you got to make that throw, tight windows. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the accuracy. So I think that's the way that this game stays close. I think it'll be a good game. This is a great matchup also. Drink versus Mike Elko. Just to see two kind of like scheme lovey coaches just go at it. I think it'll be a good matchup.
I don't see this as being. I don't think Missouri can score enough points. If you just look at this objectively, yeah, Missouri's got a good defense, but
yeah. You look up the stats and see they have a good defense.
It's closer than you think.
Yeah. All right.
Missouri's defense is good, but the difference is Texas A&M is good on both sides of the ball.
That's true. That's true.
But objectively, Texas A&M should win this game fairly easily. Now, there's this little thing they call battered Aggie syndrome that kicks in every November. There's a little thing called hope, and sometimes hope gets in the way of Aggies. And this would be the perfect letdown spot where we think that they should win easily. They should,
it's only a 6.5 line. It's not assumed that they're going to win.
Yeah, but Missouri's offense is downright dreadful. Without Pribula, I mean, they literally cannot accomplish anything in the air.
You're right.
And A&M's going to make them one-dimensional, and I just don't see how they're going to score enough points. But stranger things have happened. It's on the road. If this thing was in College Station, I would say there's no chance.
Yeah.
This is one of those sleepy Saturdays where we're going to turn on the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden Missouri's going to find themselves in the game because Marcel Reed has turned into,
because Marcel Reed's thrown two picks and has 50% completion on the day.
Exactly. And Marcel Reed's capable of that.
Yes.
So, I mean, it would not shock me at all. I'm not picking this game. I think Texas A&M is going to win, but it's not going to shock me if Missouri somehow manages to stay in this game and you have one of their strange field goal kickers come on and kick a game-winning field goal with time expiring. So,
that could happen.
And Texas A&M, I think Texas A&M could get caught looking ahead. They see South Carolina and Samford on the schedule, and then they see Texas after that, and they're going, we could be undefeated.
South Carolina and Samford are not look-ahead games. Let's
no. They see, hey, we got wins ahead of us. They're looking right. They're looking right past going, we're going to be undefeated playing Texas. I think they could be looking past all this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And where there's hope, there's
all right. We've also got Iowa State TCU should be a good game in the Big 12.
Oh, that's one of my hold on, that's one of my locks.
Oh, you're betting that game?
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm interested to see what side you're
TCU
going
minus
here.
6.5. I think TCU is just a better team overall. I don't believe TCU is going to be that close to them.
Not a Rocco Beck believer.
No. Iowa State's falling apart. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on there, but I think that's been a challenge. So
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there a little
yeah,
bit. I'm not going
yeah,
to bet it.
I agree,
but-
Nacho Man. I don't understand why that Missouri Texas A&M line's so close either. All right, let's go a little bit further. Let's talk about Auburn Vandy, the 4:00 game.
Vandy wins. That's
Do they?
yes. It's
I think so.
Vandy minus
Auburn,
6.5. Auburn just fired Hugh Freeze. They fire their head coach. It's the ultimate lowest motivation versus Vandy, who is like got Diego Pavia, who's literally bleeds motivation. All right.
I think Vandy was exposed last week for the team that they are.
Exposed. They played the team with the two best pass rushers in college football, arguably, and they barely lost. They couldn't keep up. Right.
I think Vandy really doesn't throw the ball very well, and they don't cover the pass very well. That's why they got exposed last week. I think Arch Manning ripped them to shreds. Now, fortunately, you're playing a team that can't throw or score. So
yeah, who's going to be quarterback for Auburn? Do we even know? Is it
Ashton
Robbie?
Daniels. Ashton Daniels been named starter.
Ashton Daniels. Okay.
Yeah, I think you give a hard time. I think they're going to get a little bump that Hugh's not there. I think Auburn's going to win this game.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a 6.5 point spread. I think Vandy feels like Cinderella on the ball is ended. She's turning back. The glass slipper's gone. Vandy plays really slow.
The carriage is turning back into a pumpkin.
Carriage turned into a pumpkin. I think that ships. I think Auburn's offense cannot get any worse. One of these days, one of these games is going to turn Auburn's way. I feel like this is it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't believe in Auburn. I love it. I don't believe in it.
I'm not betting this game, but I think Auburn's going to win this game.
Yeah, okay. I'll see. We'll see. I'm not betting it either. What I am betting is Washington minus 11.5 versus Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin's already sold.
Wisconsin's a dead team walking. Washington's a good team. Washington can score. I believe in them. Damon Williams has gotten better as the season's gone on, and give me the Huskies minus 11.
Yeah, that feels like a steal too. There's some really weird lines this week. We'll get back to the locks later. Reed, I'll give them all out at the end, just because. And we'll give you Jake so you can fade them properly.
Hey, I went even last week, which including the juice is still down, but I went 4-4 last week.
Here's the only thing about Purdue. Washington. That line is pretty big. If it was a Washington, I have no problem. It is on the road, and at
Purdue?
some point, don't you think? Not Purdue. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like at some point Wisconsin's going to show life? But I will tell you this: Wisconsin's offense. I've got some stats over here. So, their offense is literally in the bottom. They're in the red.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Shockingly bad.
And Washington's got a good quarterback. Like, you're giving me a dead team versus a good quarterback, and you're giving me less than 2 touchdowns. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going lock, but I think you're probably right. It's probably easy money this week at Washington.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Last week they scored 42 on Illinois.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
And you give me 11 versus Washington? Yeah, thank you.
All right. Now we got to go whether I also think it's easy money here. We're going to go back to the ACC because, this is America's football conference, the ACC. I've decided that's the new America's because you got everybody's involved.
They already have an American conference.
Everybody can win the conference. We're going to start with some of the night games here. Let me pull up my notes here. Oh, the ACC's up front here.
We've got
Cal go Cal at Louisville first.
Okay, Cal Louisville. All right.
Let me get to my.
I don't understand this line at all. I'm with you on this. I don't get the line.
This makes no sense. Louisville's minus 20.5. I don't care how good Louisville's. I've watched Cal play several times. They're not terrible.
They're not 20 points worse than Louisville.
Give me Cal plus 20.5. That's a lock.
Yeah, and I'm going to go in with you. I've been flip-flopping on this, but I'm going to go with you. Lock it up also.
Yeah, Cal's not going to win the game. I don't think so. But man, they're going to score enough. 20. I just can't see.
This also isn't big game Brom, so Jeff Brom does have a tendency to just kind of mail it in on some of the smaller games. So
yeah, how many teams does Louisville beat by 20 this year? They could beat JMU by 20. They beat Bowling Green. This isn't Bowling Green. Pitt, they didn't beat by 20. Miami, they didn't beat by 20. Boston College, they didn't beat by 20. Tech, they didn't beat. I mean,
You give me 20 points.
yes. I don't
That
see
Louisville
it
defense
happening.
is not that good.
No.
It is not at that level.
No. Yeah. I don't know. Cal. Yeah.
Cal hasn't given up. Wilcox is a good coach.
Yeah. I think
And they got the unpronounceable quarterback freshman guy who's good.
Yeah.
I can't
So we'll
remember,
see.
can't say his name. Whatever,
The guy's gonna be in the transfer portal where everyone's gonna grab.
the Miami quarterback next year.
All right, now we got to focus on the team that everybody in the nation's talking about. You're number 14 in the playoff rankings. Your UVA Cavaliers.
Yes, sir, baby. The Who's.
All right, let's break this down here.
Okay.
Wake has been. I'm pretty happy with how Wake's been playing this year. I thought, given when Coach left, I thought he kind of left them in a difficult spot. I think defensively, Dicker's got them playing.
He's a
pretty
good
well.
coach. Remember, his teams were not bad at Washington. He got fired for the vaccine reasons, not for performance reasons.
Exactly. I think Wake is again defensively. They've done a pretty good job. I think most people are just going to be surprised how good they are offensively. Opponent adjusted per play, their defense is 5th in the nation. I don't think people realize that.
Wake?
Yes.
I didn't even realize that. I knew they were solid on defense, but I didn't even realize
it's the offense that doesn't really score. That's the problem with this team. They struggle offensively.
Well, don't they run kind of a spread option kind of thing that's like weird?
Yeah,
it doesn't really
I just
work.
don't think they have the players there.
Yeah.
So then you get back to Virginia. I mean, last week, again, we go back to our review show on Sunday night. I really raked Tony O'Neill of the Colts for that end-of-game decision. But Virginia played a much better game this past week than they had the previous weeks. Looks like the offense got a little bit better on track. They're still rushing the ball very well.
Morris looks a little healthier.
Yeah, I mean, Morris still – I don't think he's probably 100%. This is a home game. As much as I think Virginia – what's the spread on this one? Is it 6.5 Virginia? Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, where is it? I have it at 6.5, depending. Yeah.
Okay. So I think this Virginia run's probably going to end at some point. I don't think it's going to end Saturday night at home. Okay. I think the Duke game the following week is going to be the problem.
You think that'll be it?
I think this crowd has become a problem in Charlottesville. I think it's a night game. I think this is going to be. I think Virginia wins this game. Now, do they cover the 6.5? They haven't covered a game in a long time, so I don't know if they're going to cover. But
I would not bet Virginia to cover.
Yeah, they are as a home favorite. They're 5-4 in their last 9. I mean, they're not
against the spread.
Against the spread, yeah. So
the cardiac Cavs may not cover. They're not the covering Cavs. But they're the cardiac Cavs, but they will win.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll win this game. And then I think they go to Duke with everything on the line and lose by 15. But we'll see. Give me the Who's.
Manny just takes them out back and puts the dreams down.
Yeah, it's not a lock, but I think the Who's win this one.
All right.
It'll be a great game to watch Saturday night.
Yeah. We got FSU Clemson, the mid bowl.
Can you figure this game out?
I have no idea who's going to win this game. I kind of very slightly lean Clemson.
How? Please explain this to me.
Well, it's 1.5. It's kind of a coin toss. But
so you're leaning just because they're favored by 1.5 on a coin toss?
No, I'm leaning that way because this is a longer play. I don't think Clemson is firing their head coach at the end of the season. I think Florida State might be.
Well, I'll give you more tangible reasons why to pick Florida State.
That's kind of a vibes pick, but both these teams are not very good.
Well, no, wait a second. Florida State actually has an offense that can score at times. Clemson has no offense.
Yeah, that's yes.
So, I mean, to me, I'm going to take the team that actually has shown. I mean,
Klubnik's fallen off a cliff.
What? They waxed Wake Forest last week, 35-0.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Clemson just has demonstrated time and time again that they have the inability to score the ball. They can't rush the ball at all.
It's not bad though.
Their defense is okay. Florida State had a rough patch, lost a few games, but they were able to score points. I think they're going to clearly outscore Clemson here. To me, this isn't really – if I've got to pick the two, I know the line's close, but Florida State's the better team here.
Do
this
you
year.
trust Gus against the Clemson defense, though?
I do. Listen, okay, let's put aside this little losing stretch they had. They lost to Virginia. They lost to Miami. They shouldn't have lost to Stanford. Okay, that was the slip up. Okay, they lost to Pitt. But Stanford's a bad loss. Pitt, UVA, and Miami are not bad losses. Before the season, my Florida State's over-under was what, 7.5?
Yeah.
They're probably going to finish 8-4. At the beginning of the season, if you told me Florida State was going to finish 8-4, and I said, okay, it's not a bad year for Norvell.
Yeah.
We just got all excited because they whooped up on Bama at the beginning of the year. We overinflated their expectations, and then they lost to Stanford in the process.
Yeah.
But if this team had not lost to Stanford, they'd be 9-3. They'd probably be ranked right below Tennessee because Tennessee hadn't beat anybody in the rankings. But I think there's a little perspective. The Florida State team is not nearly as bad as we think they are. Clemson is as bad as we think they are.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have very much confidence in picking this game. I don't know.
It's not my lock because I don't like that kind of line because it's just a pick 'em line. But I think Florida State wins this game.
Okay.
Now, the other team in Florida is going to Kentucky to play, and they're a 3.5 point favorite.
Are they going to lose that?
I will tell you. What's that?
Are they going to lose that game?
No. I watched Kentucky play at Auburn last week. That was the most dreadful football game I've
Kentucky's
ever
a bad
watched.
team.
Kentucky's a bad team. Florida is not a great team, but they're better than Kentucky.
Okay.
Lock of the week, Florida -3.5. Book it.
Okay. I'm not betting this game. I don't trust. Do not trust.
Florida made some mistakes against Georgia, but they hung with Georgia. I mean, they
did. They did.
Beat Texas. Florida's just a bad team that makes mistakes, but they're not Kentucky Auburn.
Kentucky has dragged a lot of teams down into the mud this year.
Okay.
It would not surprise me.
I sat through 60 minutes of pure hell watching Kentucky. Okay. They can't do anything.
All right. I'm just trying to make the case. All right. I'm trying to make the case.
Lock it down, boys, in the chat. Florida -3.5.
I would not pick against that for sure.
Okay. All right. What else we got on? We got some. See, now we're starting to get this thing.
Miami, Syracuse is really bad. Miami will kill them, right?
But that line is awfully big.
I know. I almost bet Syracuse. I almost did, but I have no faith in that team. Since they lost Angeli, they've been atrocious on offense.
Well, because they can't get any quarterback play.
They have literally.
They started a true freshman the other day. He was 1 for 11. I mean, he was terrible.
You can't win without a quarterback. You can't. Yep. You just.
All
can't.
right, let's talk about the supposed big SEC game of the day, LSU Alabama. I don't even really want to watch this. Is this even going to be close?
Lock up Bama -10.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I got to lock. I got 9.5.
Yeah,
lock it up. It's LSU's given us, and we've talked about this nonstop. We talked about it before the season. We didn't think
they were barely a good team with Brian Kelly. What are they now?
So the only thing I would suggest, and again, this is that
maybe there's a dead coach bounce. Maybe you're right, but
they actually like the interim. Okay. I think there's they didn't really care for Brian Kelly. I think they'll probably play pretty hard for the interim.
That's putting it lightly.
But they can't run the ball. And Alabama's going to make them one-dimensional. They're going to make Nuss beat them.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Is Whit Weeks back?
I don't know.
Because their defense has been bad without him. And I don't
Yes,
know.
it has. It dropped off tremendously as soon as he started dating Kiffin's daughter, and it dropped off.
Okay.
I just don't see this game's at Alabama. It seems like to me that they are going to.
DeBoer is not a bad coach. What are you talking about, Bron?
Come on, Bron. Give us better hot takes.
That's rage bait. All right, you got to do better.
Yes, exactly.
Get some better bait. All right.
Come on. No, this doesn't feel like. I mean, I think LSU will probably play hard. I don't think Bama's going to win by 30, but I don't like the line. 9.5 feels like more than enough.
Yeah, 9.5, 10. Give me Bama. Yeah. All right. You have Nebraska UCLA thoughts? -1.
I'm not watching it.
Okay, you're not watching.
I mean, with Dylan Raiola out, Nebraska's just hanging on at this point. They've lost their quarterback. It's going to be a struggle the rest of the year.
They're not bad on defense.
No, they're not bad defensively, but I don't know how the backup's going to play.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, you're just trying to salvage the season and get some momentum for next year.
Yeah.
We did not talk about why
Do
am
you
I
think
not?
you think Navy can do it? Navy Notre Dame? Navy's
No.
not horrible this year. Well, they're 7-2, right?
Yeah, but that's
Notre
a
Dame's
big.
sleeping. You know,
You think a money line or a spread?
I might put like $1 on the money line just for just for the fun. I mean, it's 26. I could see the spread as well.
When I watched some of Navy last week, I thought they were too light defensively, and I just see Jeremiah Love running all the way up and down that field constantly. I
Yeah,
don't see
I mean, you're probably right.
I forget who Nate was. It North Texas? Who played Navy last week? Whatever game I was watching.
Was it North Texas that whooped them?
Whoever whooped them, Navy did not have an answer.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's not really
rivalry
an
game,
answer
but
for 'em.
it doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
Let's
see what else is on the agenda here.
Maryland Rutgers.
Yeah, well, Maryland needs it for a bowl. I like teams that are more desperate for a bowl. I think Maryland needs that win. If Loxley wants to keep his job, I think Maryland has to win that game.
I think you're right. Did you consider Ohio State minus 29 versus Purdue?
What I did.
I considered it. But
boy, when you start getting to 28, 29, that's just tough because some of these teams bail at the end.
I know. That's why I did.
Where you get the backdoor covers. That's tough. I like Miami and Ohio State. They're both tough lines. I mean,
I would not bet Miami at all.
No, but Ohio State, I don't know.
I got one more game that we have not talked about. It's in the noon slot. Give me the Bulldogs +8 versus the Bulldogs. Mississippi State will keep it really close and lose to Georgia. give me the Mississippi State +8.
So that's a real fascinating game. I'm curious your thoughts on that. We all know that Mississippi State has been decent this year. They've put up some fight.
They have.
And Georgia's looking ahead towards Texas.
Yep.
But Mississippi State, I don't know how I feel about that game.
Georgia's not okay. Georgia, say a lot of what you will about Georgia. They can give up yards through the air. All right. A lot of teams have been able to throw the ball on them. They don't have the monsters on the line. So it won't be a complete annihilation like it normally is with the size difference, which is still
11
significant.
Local start too.
Yeah, 11 a.m. You telling me Mississippi State can't keep that close? I think they can.
Have they brought all the cows in by that point to get to the game?
All the cowbells, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of this game is that Georgia doesn't score a lot. They're not among the most potent offenses.
And what if Gunnar Stockton doesn't turn it on in the fourth quarter like he always does?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Blake Shapen's better than Gunnar Stockton this year, in my opinion. He's been better.
Yeah, I'm not betting that game. I don't trust Blake Shapen enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been going back. I've been going back and forth all week on that.
Give me Mississippi State +7.5, +8. Give me.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do. All right. So we're done with picks. Let's do it real quick. I want to get your hot take on who's going to take what job, real quick. We're early November.
All right. Let's go.
I'll write these down real quick. Rapid fire.
All right.
LSU. Who's going to be the coach next year? This is rapid fire.
Oh, I did. Rapid fire. Rapid. LSU. Give me Summerall.
All right, Auburn.
Give me Will Stein.
Florida.
Lane Kiffin.
Penn State.
Penn State. Matt Campbell.
UCLA.
Jerry Neuheisel. I mean, come on.
Arkansas.
Gruden.
Ooh. Vatek.
Franklin. I think 3 other jobs say no to Franklin and he takes Tech.
Oklahoma State.
I don't know. Oklahoma State.
To be
I
determined.
get. This will go Willie Fritz. That's who's been rumored so far. That's I haven't paid a ton of attention. I could also see that. What's the Miami OC? Shoot,
Man,
I forget his name.
I'm blanking now.
The Miami offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not Dawson, right?
Shannon
Yeah,
Dawson?
Yeah, Dawson.
Yeah, Shannon Dawson. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I agree with one of yours. I think Kiffin's taking the Florida job.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
The chat is mad you said Vatek.
I agree. Hey,
I think you mean VPISU.
VPISU. Yeah, that's right. I do. I think Kiffin's going to take the Florida job. I think Drinkwitz is going to take the Penn State job.
Ooh, Drinkwitz to Penn State.
Watch that one. I think Drinkwitz is going to go to Penn State.
I think,
and
I could see Drink to Auburn also. Let me be clear.
And I think Summerall is going to be the Auburn coach. And I think Will Stein will be the LSU coach.
Actually, you know what?
I think you got it flipped.
Swapping Stein and Summerall actually probably makes more sense.
Yeah. I have Beamer at Tech.
Oh, it's good.
And then I've got James Franklin at South Carolina.
Okay. I like it. Wait, then who goes to Missouri?
Well, that'll be interesting because it depends on when Gruden takes a job. I don't know. That's kind of what see all these dominoes. We're all waiting for Lane and Drinkwitz and Summerall to take jobs.
Yeah. That's basically it.
Kingsbury. Yeah, I mean Kingsbury's got Braun.
Kingsbury's not going anywhere.
He wants to be in it. I mean, and do not here. Let me tell you one name. Do not sleep on in this. First of all, don't sleep on DJ Durkin on the Auburn job. There are boosters that want DJ Durkin. Secondly, do not sleep on Jimbo Fisher at LSU. I'm telling you, that's not out of the question.
Or Auburn.
He's not. Jimbo will not be at Auburn. I'm telling you right now.
He was a coordinator there. Some of the boosters like him.
They will take Durkin. If Summerall or Durkin's going to get that job, I'm telling you, if they don't get Summerall, they will go to Durkin.
I don't think anybody should be hiring Jimbo, but
I mean, Durkin's got the baggage, but the baggage I don't think is as bad as everybody makes. I mean,
yeah.
Whatever. We don't need to go down that path.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway. All right. We're done for the evening.
All right.
We'll be back either Sunday or Monday night with all your reviews, reactions. There's going to be somebody to lose. We're going to have some exciting stuff to talk about, right?
Yeah. I agree. There's something will happen this weekend. I can feel it. Something's bubbling under the surface, you know. The water, the eye is on, but the water hasn't boiled yet.
Durkin and Kelly's situations were completely different. Let's just leave it at that. Kelly's
very different.
Deserved a lot more blame. Durkin's, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Again, different situations. So.
Yeah, and Kelly's employed. So.
Yeah.
So. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow on all the socials. Comment. Thank you for watching live. If you didn't watch live, next time tune in live and you can join us in the chat and ask us fun questions and rage bait questions and any kind of question you can think of. And good night.
That's right. Good night, guys.